guys, welcome to another episode of Midnight Chapters. How was your day? Hope it was good and you're doing amazing. You know how we do it here. I find a novel on an app and I think you would like. I read a chapter or less than a chapter and tell you the app so you can go get it and read if you find it interesting. So this is titled Mated to the Cost Alpha King, and I got this novel from novelup.com. So enjoy. Chapter 1, The Hidden Princess. Anastasia. Hurry or we'll be late. But the event doesn't even start in an hour. The second voice was breathless and panting. I scrambled to my feet and hurried over to the window, just as the first voice said, I can't wait to see the decorations in the palace. Who cares about the decorations? I can't wait to see Princess Raven's dress for the occasion. I heard real diamonds were sewn into her. This was followed by a scream as the girl who had spoken first pointed at me. It's just her, she spat out. The girl and her friend stared at me with identical expressions of disgust. I imagined how Gostique I looked with my face pressed against the glass of the only tiny window in my room. The taller of the girls grabbed the hand of the other and they hurried away, as though afraid if I looked at them for too long, I would somehow ruin their fancy clothes. I backed away and waited until I couldn't hear their footsteps anymore. I waited for another couple of minutes to be sure that no one else was coming before I went outside. It was a moonlight night, and you could almost feel the excitement and anticipation in the air. Up ahead in the distance, 1,000 pretty lights draped around the grounds. Columns and pillars of the palace winked like fairies. A gust of wind from the east brought a whiff of the delicious food being prepared for the event. I pressed my hand against my stomach when I felt the pang of hunger there. Maybe I would be able to get some scraps of the food after everyone was done eating. Out of the way, you! Someone growled from behind me. I quickly stepped out of the way as a stocky, red-faced man carrying several heavy trays barreled past. He turned back once to glare at me and murmured a few choice swear words. Again, my eyes were drawn to the palace where a banquet would be held in about an hour from now in celebration of my sister, Princess Raven's first shift. The girl had said Raven's dress was stitched with real diamonds. I sighed as I ran my hands over my own threadbare clothes that had seen too many washings. It was hard to believe sometimes that Raven and I were sisters. Twins, actually. The vast difference between us was laughable. If I had been able to laugh at my own plight, that is. Raven lived in a sumptuously furnished palace. I lived in a little rundown house on the palace grounds with a tiny window, a leaky roof, and walls whose large cracks I covered regularly with stiff pieces of cardboard. Raven was pampered and was given everything she wanted. I did my own laundry, got my meals from the kitchen along with the workers in the palace. I almost always got food after everyone had eaten. This meant I usually got scraps, burnt unwanted portions, or most of the times, no food at all. So guys, this is where I'll be stopping. It's not up to a chapter because it's very long, so I'll stop here for tonight and then see you guys tomorrow, same time. Ciao, good night.